Hi, it's Red-Headed Riding Hood here. Red for short. I'm going to read you William Barclay's Daily Celebration, and then I'm going to go live right after I post this, I guess. Jesus had to. D.L. Moody was never afraid to say bluntly and directly what he felt. He was a man who pulled no punches. Once a man did his best to disrupt one of his meetings with interruptions and heckling and every kind of discourtesy. At the end of the meeting, he came up to Moody and offered to shake hands with him. Moody looked at him. "I suppose," he said, "if Jesus Christ could eat the Last Supper with Judas Iscariot," he also washed his feet, "I ought to shake hands with you." Behind that statement, there lies a great truth. The truth that no matter what we are called on to suffer and to bear and to endure and to accept, Jesus has had it worse. Jesus had to accept insult and he had to accept slander. They called him a gluttonous man and a drunkard. They said he was the friend of tax collectors and sinners, and they implied that he was like the company he kept. Sometimes we feel insulted, yes, and slandered. Whatever is said about us, let us remember that they said it still worse about Jesus, and he was the sinless one. Jesus had to accept the failure of friendship. If ever a man was let down by his friends, Jesus was. In the hour of his deepest and bitterest need, in the hour when loyalty would have been infinitely valuable, they all forsook him and fled. Sometimes our friends fail us. Sometimes they are disloyal to us. Sometimes they break their promise and their pledge. Often it is hurting, but it is not really the end of all things. Yeah, I had so many, and it was so hard, like the guys I hung out with at my friend in Oregon, I'm at a backpack. The bully does this video about me that gets him all these views, and then he gets monetized because of views on a video bashing me. And then these friends that I hung out with in Oregon, all these people that I was friends with on YouTube, go to his monetization party. They I guess they didn't see the connection there, but I'm just like, how can you be my friend and be that person's friend and think that that's okay? That's not okay. So I felt very betrayed when that happened, and that hurt worse. That hurts. I didn't know. I wasn't really friends with, I was friends with his ex who, yeah, that was a betrayal, but these were friends that I was with for a longer time that I really knew better. I shouldn't have befriended his ex, but that's a whole nother story, but I did, and that turned around and bit me on the backside. That happens to us. Let us remember that it happened to Jesus, and that one of his friends was the traitor who delivered him to death. Yep. No matter what has happened to us, this is true, worse happened to Jesus. And Jesus was the one who, having loved his own, loved them to the end. In this case, the supreme loyalty was answered by the supreme disloyalty. Yep. Okay, I'm going to go live after this. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye.